So essentially today is try and get as much of the space finished as possible. By finished I mean at this point if it's like just painting it base colours, that would be fantastic. And try and get the other half to as near as we can get it to complete. It's gonna be a long day because there's a lot of work, and people seem to think that I'm delusional, and I'm like, there's not actually a lot of work, but there is a lot of work. Here's how it's going. So this side is cleaned up a lot more, and this is the first coat of white. I've run out of white, so this isn't good. I have so much to paint. See, some ain't so bad. Some seem to be really bad. Let's just hope that they're all not too bad. Oh no. Okay, not bad. Okay. The floor space, considering, went really well. There were a few areas where the paint leaked under the tape, but that's because I only did the black paint. I didn't do a layer of white paint to seal it in before I painted the black. So I took a complete risk because I had no more white paint. But as you can see, it didn't come out too badly. So I decided it was safe enough to do so, and I could just go back in with white paint later on and correct the errors. But obviously at some point there will be grey lines, so if there's a couple of errors that can't be covered, I can just fix them in with the grey paint. It's not too bad at all. I had a lot of fun trying to figure out the floor space in this extra layer. It was a completely different space. You wouldn't think that doing the same thing in another space would be different, but it was completely different because I started from the floor and went up instead of going from the walls and down. A lot of fun though. The only problem I found is that when I came back into the studio the next day, the floors had warped and moved. As you can expect with layers of paint, it does cause things to move. The boards didn't want to stay flat anymore, so they had to be screwed down. That's just a fun, the more you know sort of information. Also ended up repainting my ducks. They were once upon a time covered in stripes, but unfortunately that pattern was not working. And to sell them, they need to look better. Okay, so it's Wednesday. We've had the Easter holiday, sort of. I think most people are still in it, but the university's studios are open, so I am currently here because I got a lot of stuff to fix and a lot of written work to do. But if I can get this done during this week, that means that when the university's open again and I don't have as much written work, it'll be smooth and easy. Here's the situation with the floor. So basically I've had to snap this board in half and then place this board here to get another layer down, and then snap it round. So basically this white perspex is around the edge. I like the white perspex because it's shiny, which gives a different look to the rest. Also, thumb's still swollen. Like, she's extra swole today, if you can see. Lovely. Yeah, so I'm going to try and keep that bound. I've got a system these days, it's quite good when you've had a swollen thumb for a while. So basically, I have this folded piece here, so if I'm needing it, I can use it, and then if I'm not needing it, I can tuck it in so it's held against the rest of my hand so I don't bash it. I finally got the space sorted. Do you know how long I've been waiting to fix this section? And that was such a satisfying pull. When I did it, I was like, yes, so excited. But finally, all the pattern on this side of the room matches up now. It all lines up and bounces back in on itself. There were a few problem areas with this one, but I painted them back in, and they all look really good now. It's a really solid space. I'm really proud of it. Okay, right, so we are almost complete. As you can see, that nice little section there has now added very nicely to it. We still have this problem board here that needs painting. We still have this area up here that needs sorting because it's a bit bad. But because up it's out of eyesight, so people don't pay attention, but I see it because I'm here all the time. And then this side, as you can see, there is still tape. It looks messy, but there is tape around the black sections. But basically, because the other wall has black and white sections, it didn't make sense to make this just a pure like white space. So by having contrast, it means it'll have the same effect that this one does, because this one vibrates because the white is different in sections. Like this is black base, white base, black base. I think that's majority black base, white base. It's like a mix, so the pattern like it like vibrates. I can't think of the word. I've spent too long in it, but it like pops out differently at you. It's a visual thing. Your brain's trying to figure out which colour's on top. So we're gonna continue that over here. How's your day going? My paintbrush has fallen to bits. I stuck my foot to the floor and my phone's trying to kill it. Oh shoot, I need to stick the charger in. Sorry, 1 second. I just realised my phone's gonna die, and if it dies, I can't get home today. And that's gonna have to come back when I finish this. I've done the other side. It's dried whilst I've been faffing. I need to... Right. So now this layer's dry. I gotta put the white on there. And also, new layer of masking tape so I don't cross-contaminate. But it's great because this is masking tape that was holding my phone to the tripod when I turned it the other way for TikTok. And now I'm using it for this. Recycling. You're over there. I moved the phone the wrong way. Never mind, I need a professional painter. Oh no. The problem is I have such a squirrel brain sometimes that I get distracted. And then the tape sits on the wall slightly too long and it just rips sections off. You can't see it very well on the video. Oh, you might be able to see that. But yeah, I've got a lot of correcting to do because it's just rips the underlayers off. Oh, and that one's just stuck to it. Take that back. I really do need a professional painter in here. Somebody help me. Kids, that's why you don't wear chokers. Trying to reach for things. You get real lightheaded. I gotta paint the floor. Some of this is really bad. Who'd have thunk it? This is why you should figure out your base coats first. Oh gosh. You know, accidents happen and I just happen to be an accident, so I get what this piece is trying to say to me. Like, it's a personal homage to my accident life. It looks so good. It will do when I've spent 16 hours painting it back to what I did. You know, it's the most workout my legs have ever had. Reaching these videos. You need to check out my boyfriend's videos because he's doing like actual film stuff where it's like actually thought about, not like squirrel mode. If you want to see his videos, it'll be in the description. You just click on the link. And oh my goodness, I promise I'll be better than this. Do you know how I know? Because he actually takes his serious. You know what, I'm starting to question whether I even take my art serious. There should not be this many mistakes. Cleanup at this stage should not be this bad. Stepped on paint that fell from this and hit the floor. I stepped in that paint. Then I picked my foot up fast because if I mess up this floor one more time, I'm going to lose my marbles and go to prison. And that's a polite way of saying this space is driving me mad. And then I was like, oh, so I rubbed my face and now my eyebrow is on my arm. Wow, that looks weird. Yes, I'm not wearing my bandage. I can't keep covering that in paint too. People are just gonna think I'm a tramp. So now I'm fixing my mistakes. It's going so well. For more information, please go shoot yourself with Megan. Oh, there's still tape stuck to the wall. It's going well. It's going fabulous. The amount of times I've found pieces of tape after I've pulled all of it off is ridiculous. It's getting beyond a joke. I found another the other day that I hadn't pulled off. And this is what I'm saying, right? These patterns are so good that you can't always see where the tape has been left, which is problematic when it's supposed to be a clean cut space and there's tape left on it. It's problematic. This is how the space is looking after today's session. This wall's actually like pretty much there apart from that one block up there. This, hopefully by the next session, will be completely filled in here, which leaves this section, which is not too shabby at all. We are getting close to the goal. Easter has just been, and let's do an Easter egg haul because I got spoiled. That's the only way to put it, really. Let me show you what Will got me. You're all gonna be jealous. Look at this. I'm like almost too scared to open it and eat it because I'm like, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to. My sister got me this one. Oh gosh. I'm dropping everything. Will also got me this one. Looks like it's falling over. I have siblings, they like to knock stuff over. Will's parents got me Smarties one, and then some orange minis. Oh god, my knees. And then I got these two. This one looks like it's been smudged by somebody's fingers on the egg. Yeah. Oh, I forgot one. Two were from my brothers, so these two were from my brothers. It's from my mom. You couldn't see it. And this is from my granddad. And everybody else gave me some money, which was really appreciated. Went straight back into my account and sorted that out, but that sounds awful. I have money, it went into my account. Yeah, so that's what I got for Easter. I just upset a woman on the phone who was trying to scam me into a payment for a Skybox. Our family don't have a Sky. We're a Virgin Media kind of household. This is where I think we're Virgin. She called up, she's like, hello, you need to make a payment on your Skybox. And I put on the most awful accent, and it was not continuous and not like, it's like, I don't know, we even have a TV. Where do I get one of these TVs? And then she was like, no ma'am, you need to make a payment on your Skybox. So like, but if I want to see the sky, I will go outside. Why do I need to pay for the sky? And she was like, okay, I'm sorry. But I could hear her laughing in the back, like I'd got her. I'd like tickled her. No. She was like cracking up, thinking that I'm just some hysterical lady that has no idea what she's on about. The reality is, I'm a troll. I know exactly what she's on about, and I read the number and searched it on Google before I even answered the call. And I know that she was a scammer because Google told me so. And I'm glad I made her day and didn't like shout at her through the phone. Where's the Skybox?